People, 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 people. Que pasa, sa, say what they do. Now we see that legendary sprinter we are speaking about, Usain Bolt, has been in the news in the past week for some controversy and drama as it pertains to his stablemate. We are speaking about his trackmate, we are speaking about Yohan Blake. But now people, Usain Bolt is doing great things as usual. And this is said to be an investment that he made in some commercial real estate. We are speaking about a place that is called 76 Tower. And we are speaking about smack in the center of Halfway Tree. Now people, you know that when you talk about real estate, we are speaking about location, location, location. And this is exactly what this is. So you see that Usain Bolt and his team has been very strategic in the location. And people, when you think about the price that it cost Usain Bolt and his team to build this property, we are speaking about a high-rise building in a Halfway Tree. We are speaking about in excess of $8 million US dollars. Yes, people, US dollars. So do the conversion at 135 to 1 or 134 to 1 and you get the maths. Now, people, it is said that this building is also already leased out to a BPO company from the US. Some people will say that he was not only strategic in building the building, but he already has it leased out. Some people, we are speaking about a smart businessman. We are speaking about a shrewd businessman. We are speaking about a person, a young youth that is only 33, that has his head on his shoulder. Some people, this is big things popping for Usain Bolt. And we also see that he is also dabbling in the dancehall space. We are speaking about as a executive producer or producer. And we all know that Usain Bolt played a big part in the promotion of dancehall even as a super athlete. But this time he is doing it as a producer. So people, he came out with a first rhythm promoting his champion. And people, he is back with a rhythm called Immortal. And when we think about the rhythm and the persons that are on the rhythm, we are speaking about Vybz Kartel, legendary dancehall artist. We're also speaking about Massacre. We're speaking about the top dancehall artist between himself and Popcorn for 2018. We're speaking about Munga. And we're speaking about the marker, and we're also speaking about Usain Bolt, one of his best friends. We're speaking about in the business. We're speaking about Chris Martin. Now, the first rhythm that Usain Bolt was promoting for his champion, people, that rhythm was kind of okay. It was kind of iffy. Now, when we think about this rhythm Immortal, we are speaking about a top of the top rhythm. We are speaking about a rhythm with a 1990s feel. And you know that the 1990s was a top era in a dancehall. That is when we had all the top collaboration. We are speaking about international collaboration. So based on what Usain Bolt is saying, he was contacted by TJ. And when you talk about TJ, we are speaking about one of Vybz Kartel's top producer. And he said that he wanted to be a part of the rhythm. However, the rhythm half a good. Some people, like I said, that first rhythm was kind of iffy. Because I also heard Usain Bolt claiming or stating that he reached out to some artists and they never got back. Now, there's a thing called loyalty in the business. However, as a producer, Usain Bolt would have learned that if your rhythm is not up to the par, it is not going to get promoted. No one of the top artists we are talking about, Popcorn or Vybz Kartel, are going to actually put a song on the rhythm just for a strength. It is all about promotion. It is all about top of the top of the top. So we see that Usain Bolt basically found it with this rhythm. We are speaking about Immortal. Now, as far as a little controversy that is going on as it pertains to Usain Bolt and Yohan Blake, we saw that Yohan Blake has been doing a lot of interviews and basically complaining on social media and in the media and lately. Because he also complained about the fact that the IAAF, we are speaking about the track governing body, also removed the 200 meters from the Golden League. Now, people, when you think about the facts, we understand that Yohan Blake is an athlete and he makes his money from these events. So therefore, if they take off one of his pet events, we can understand him complaining. However, as it pertains to Bolt, people, I think that it was out of place. I think that it was taken out of context. I cannot say with 100% surety that Yohan Blake is bad-minded Bolt. However, based on what he said, based on the stuff that he said, it sounded kind of bad-mind-ish. Now we have to understand that Usain Bolt and Yohan Blake has been teammates for over a couple of years. We are speaking about they've been in the same camp. I am speaking about with a legendary track coach. We are speaking about Glenn Mills. Some people, we see that at one time it was Usain Bolt and Yohan Blake that was dominating the track and field space. We are speaking about number 1 and number 2, of course, Usain Bolt being number 1 and also Yohan Blake being number 2. Now, people, it seems like there was some sort of feelings. And people, like me say, I don't know the mindset or mind frame of Yohan Blake when he made his comments or did his interview. I am just saying the truth, and the fact is that there is a lot of politics involved as far as it pertains to Usain Bolt's career and track and field. So in other words, Usain Bolt was the goose that laid the golden egg. He was the poster child for track and field, point blank and period. So they were going to do whatever it took to make sure that he hold that position. Now, when we also consider the fact about Yohan Blake, the truth and the fact is that he was the only person that was basically in a competition to Usain Bolt at the time. And as a matter of fact, it was said that he was also beating Usain Bolt in track and field during training. And based on what we saw transpire in the 2011 World Championship, where we saw that Bolt might have been under some severe pressure because he actually kick-started. And the fact that Yohan Blake was the eventual winner. People, we are speaking about competition. People, we are speaking about Bolt might have been under pressure. However, we understand as it pertains to Bolt, he seems to always thrive under pressure. So people, we see that he is a diamond, point blank and period. So people, the moral of the story is this. Whatever Yohan Blake said, it might have been justified, it might have been true. However, you have to be careful in this era of social media. Whatever you say might be taken out of context. And people, I don't think that it is bad mind more than that it was taken out of context. However, that is just my views and opinion. Now, people, we have to understand that had this been Usain Bolt in the prime of his athletic career, his track and field career, he would not have responded to Yohan Blake's claims. Because the truth and the fact is that in his prime, he was seen as a global superstar. He was one of the biggest persons in all of the world. We are talking about entertainment. We are talking about personality. So he understood that he was seen as a role model for all the kids and everybody. He was the face. He was a representation for track and field. He was a global superstar. However, we have to understand that now Usain Bolt is now dabbling in dancehall, and in dancehall it is controversy and drama that sell. So therefore, what did he do? He went on social media and did this Yohan Blake a couple of times. I am speaking about based on the interviews that Yohan Blake did. We are speaking about with the Indian newspaper and also with the Jamaica Star, where he said that if he was born in a next time, he would have been the man. He was basically shadowed by Usain Bolt's career. So people, it could have been easily perceived, or it sounded as if Yohan Blake was carrying some feelings. He was carrying some belly for Usain Bolt, and people, that sounds kind of fishy, but you understand what I mean. So like me say, Yohan Blake claimed that he was overshadowed by Usain Bolt's career, and then Usain Bolt made a couple of posts on social media. He said overshadow, and he made one post and he said a next post and it said really, and he made a next post where he was promoting a rhythm. We are speaking about the overshadow rhythm. So people, we see that Usain Bolt is actually riding the wave because he understands that with dancehall it is controversy and drama, it is passa, it is mix up that sell. So I don't think that Usain Bolt is carrying any grievance as it pertains to Yohan Blake, because like me say, they were once good friends, they were once stablemates, they were once practicing at the same place, they were once coached by the same person in Glen Mills. So therefore Usain Bolt is not that type of person. But he understand that in dancehall, the people, the fans, the dancehall fans, them like mix up, them like negativity. So therefore he is just riding the wave. Therefore, he is just giving the people them what they want. And most importantly, he is promoting his new rhythm. We are speaking about Overshadow. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that Usain Bolt released one top rhythm, and he's also trying to do a follow-up, because like we say, in dancehall, it is all about relevance. So in this case, I don't think that he is trying to diss Yohan Blake more than he is trying to promote himself, promote his rhythm, and promote his brand. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole situation as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.